Hey everybody, welcome back to another first impressions video. This one is for The Surge. It looks like it's some sort of tech-based Dark Souls type of game, where you're sort of proceeding through levels basically and defeating enemies as best you can. That's sort of the vibe I get from it. Let's turn everything down so you can hear me properly. So I'm actually playing the trial game at the moment to see if it's worth picking up, basically, which is always a good method for games to have. I know Watch Dogs 2 had the same thing. I'm not sure if it's still available at the moment, but I literally just started the game and I thought I'll put out a first impressions video because I've never played it myself either. So this should be kind of interesting. So let's step straight in.
We're always reaching for the stars. We've always had our eyes on big.
Let me just turn up my headphone a moment. Sorry about that. There we go.
Trio not only wants to change Project Resolve, we aim to save. There's no divide here. The trio will all stay together. So welcome to a new life as part of the Trio family.
How long am I going to be on this train for? So this is being played on the PlayStation 4. Okay. What? Oh. I thought I would... Never mind. Okay, so does he... I think I know what's going on here. Does he get some sort of tech upgrade from this guy? Maybe? Nope. Okay, where's that? Down here? So first impressions, it looks pretty good. Not the most gorgeous game I've ever seen, but looks pretty good, I would say. Down this way?
Welcome to registration. Creo believes in the right tool for the right job and the right person to wield it.
Okay, this way? Perhaps? A little bit of malfunctioning. No, not that way. So I've never really been a Dark Souls person per se at all, really. I know that there's Bloodborne as well. There's also Lords of the Fallen, I think it's called, which is another similar type of game. I don't think it's this way either. Talk.
Hey, sorry, I'm new around here, so where should I go?
New, huh? Job registration is over there.
Sure.
Okay. But because I started Bloodborne a year or so ago, I just don't like those kind of games where you die and die and die all over again, and not just the fact of that, but the fact of starting again is the main issue. Where are we supposed to go for this? Over here? Yeah.
Please choose from our two currently available positions and form an orderly queue.
So this is where...
Receive your personal work gear voucher after registration.
So this is us picking a suit, I suppose. I'll go versatile, I suppose.
If you like living life in the fast lane, Creo provides you with the highway to...
I should have listened to what she said, but never mind.
New surgery.
Very good cutscenes. Very well detailed, I suppose you could say.
Implanting neural link.
Okay. This is not for the light-hearted, I suppose. The Surge. So I'm not sure why it's called the Surge. The surgery? Maybe? Perhaps. So I wonder if you could do, well, you probably could, if you did two different playthroughs with both suits. And then again, I had no idea about any of this game, so it's kind of a surprise to me. So is this going to be like Mad Max meets Bloodborne, Dark Souls, or one of the others? Okay, got our first little weapon. Okay. To perform horizontal and vertical. One other thing to remember about this game is your timing is like everything. Press after each lock. Okay, we just learnt all that. So that's to do that. Controls are pretty good, pretty responsive. That's also the slower attack with R1. Every attack consumes stamina. Watch your stamina meter. I remember that being a really big thing in Lords of the Fallen. At least the portion that I actually played anyway, so. So we don't know anything about this guy yet. We don't know how he ended up in a wheelchair. We don't know his name. Anything about him really. Defeat enemies to gain tech scrap. Not sure if I've done any of that yet. Hold on, I want to block. Okay, it would have been helpful to know that earlier. Don't forget your roots, whatever that means. By the way guys, in terms of my audio and that kind of stuff, I'm looking for a new headset, and specifically one that has a microphone on it, because at the moment I'm using a pair of earphones with a microphone, which is still decent for audio, but I'm going to see if I can get anything better, potentially. I also see a lot of YouTubers actually using headsets with microphones. See, I like the Xbox One headset, but it doesn't use the TV audio with it, so. Open your backpack. So this is all of our stuff that we have. That's quite a nice menu. I guess this is our special abilities and stuff. Health restored. Of course, it's too early to have different parts. Inventory. So it's a very tech-based Dark Souls type of game. A quest item of some kind. So that's like... Okay. There's not much to all of this yet because we've only just started the game. Weapons. Okay. The movement's really good. The like controls and stuff. Plot this will have. So we can't do that yet? Or was that like a save point? Exchange your defective power core. It's not in there? No? Okay. Is he gonna...
Are you receiving? Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Can you
Am I,
hear me?
am I supposed to go over to it?
Are you still there? Your rig has been damaged. Its distress beacon has been triggered. You need to get back into the factory.
Well, okay. I'll just stroll right on over to the factory then.
I certainly don't recommend walking, but there should be a magnet station nearby. They're never far from us.
On my way.
Be careful, and don't forget to replace the power core of your rig or you're not going to get very far.
Shouldn't you be at your designated work site?
Visit operations to craft... what's that? So am I supposed to go this way? Okay, it's a bit like Fallout, which is pretty good. We'll see how it works in this though. Nope, he's just... okay. Thought we might be able to pick up his, whatever he had there. Somehow this just isn't... because like I said, I played the first bit of Bloodborne and Lords of the Fallen. I did play a bit more of Lords of the Fallen. This just isn't as satisfying yet. Like, I've already defeated a few enemies. Yeah, it's just not quite as satisfying as a sword and stuff. Oh, I got what I needed. Okay. At least we can run quickly. And jump. That's pretty nice. I just clicked in the left stick a bunch of times and
Hello.
that's how that worked. I think it was this one, wasn't it? Have I not got a choice here? Bank, tech scrap. This is already more complicated than it needs to be. Rig. Bank. So what's the difference between pressing back and pressing scrap? Do I like store it for safekeeping or something? Increase core power. Sure, let's do that. Has that helped at all?
Connection to database restored. Checking database. Gear voucher detected.
Okay. But what do I do now? Again, with this being a first impressions video, I'm testing out the game's ability to be good with this sort of stuff. Let's see what our backpack and stuff says. Can we put stuff in here? Not yet, no. Oh. I have to admit though, and I know we're only at the start. Again, I only played the start of Bloodborne. This is kind of boring compared to Lords of the Fallen and Bloodborne. This way then? Again, the game's given me no indication. Just explore, I guess. And suddenly have harder enemies to beat. Okay, alright, I'm going to end the video there. I don't really have an interest in going further in this game. If you like tech-based games, like maybe like a Titanfall or one of the future Call of Duty games, or whatever sort of ones do that kind of thing. Maybe Dishonored, kind of, sort of, not really. Any of those kind of games, this might be for you if you're into the sort of Bloodborne, Dark Souls type games. But it's not for me. It's really not. And even with the interest that I had with Bloodborne and Dark Souls, which I may dip my toe back into, this just doesn't really have anything that matches it. Even with the same, because I'm judging based on the amount that I played those two games, and at this point in both of those two games, I just remember enjoying them more compared to this. Like, we haven't really had an introduction to the story yet, because we got introduced to basically this tech company, and then this character who was in a wheelchair. We didn't know why or what his name was. We saw a few random soldiers, and then we started fighting. Yeah, it's just not as interesting to me as Bloodborne or Dark Souls. But again, like I said, if you're into tech-based games or tech stuff, and you want a game like this, then I would perhaps, I guess, recommend it. But that's it for this video. I'm not going to go any further with the game itself, let alone the video. But stay tuned to entertainmenttalk.org for all the rest of our stuff, especially video game related. Listen to Random Gaming Talk, the podcast, our video games podcast, to discuss what we do want to play and are looking forward to playing, etc. Look in your description for other relevant information and stuff. But until next time, I'll see you on the next piece of content. Goodbye.